If you're planning a trip to Littleton, Colorado, whether you're thinking about moving here or you're just passing through, you're probably wondering what's the best use of your time. Well, in this video, I'm going to give you from a local's perspective the best 24 hours that you can do to really get to know Littleton, Colorado and make sure that it's the right move for you. So let's just jump right in. Hey everyone, my name is Tyler Norris and I'm a realtor out here in Colorado. I make videos like this every single week talking about the best places to live, market updates, and everything in between. So if this is your first time visiting my channel, thank you for visiting, and make sure you subscribe and hit that notification button so you are up to date on all the videos that come out every single week. All right, let's start our 24 hours off in Littleton, Colorado with some breakfast. One of my favorite locations is called Snooze. Now, it is a chain and there's multiple locations, but the one location that I like to go is over in South Glen. Now, this place can get busy, so please, when you are scheduling your 24 hours, make sure you put time in to make sure you get there early enough to get a spot. Now, I love Snooze for several reasons. One of my favorite options is the breakfast burrito. It leaves you filled without feeling overly stuffed, and if you want something a little spicier, you can get it smothered with green chili. Now there's other options. My wife really likes their plant-based options, and there is a sweet potato smash up that is really good and it's her go-to. Another reason I love Snooze, it's a really good family environment. So if you have kids, you never want to go to a spot that's really quiet and doesn't have a lot of good food options. Snooze is the opposite. It's noisy enough to where your kids can be kids, but not too noisy where you can't have a conversation. And also there's a lot of good food options for the kids while you're there. So this is a great place to start your day. Now, again, make sure you get there early and you plan accordingly because it does get busy even though it is a chain. It is a very hot spot out here in Colorado. After you've filled up on breakfast at Snooze, we're gonna head over to the Littleton Museum. This is a fantastic place that connects the present and the past. If you're a history buff, this is an awesome spot to go check out and learn a lot more about Littleton, especially Littleton back in the 1860s and 1890s. Now, we love Littleton Museum as a family because there's something for kids and something for adults. Kids can walk around the farm. It's a 40-acre farm where the kids can interact with animals, interact with the staff, and if you get there at a certain time, the staff will actually be dressed up in the period of the 1860s, 1890s, and acting like the farm, what it was like back then. So it's a really cool experience for the family. Also, if you're a history buff, the research center is open by appointment and provides access to a wealth of historical documents and resources. So this is a great way to start your morning after you've had some breakfast, walk and learn more about Littleton and its history. So make sure you plan accordingly. So on Tuesdays and Sundays, it is open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Sunday from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. So whenever you're planning on visiting Littleton, make sure you take account for those times and make sure you can hit everything correctly. Now that you've learned about the history of Littleton, we're gonna head over to one or two options for lunch. First option is going to be Breck Brewery. Now, Breck Brewery is a staple for Littleton. It offers a lot of great options when it comes to food and beer. So if you love beer, this is a great spot, and I'm sure they're going to have something that you love at Breck Brewery. Also, the venue. The venue is awesome. One, because you have the backdrop of the Rocky Mountains and with the Platte River going through it. It is gorgeous. It's a great place to really take in Colorado and enjoy some beer, enjoy some family time, because the outdoor space allows the kids to run around, be kids, and get some energy out and also enjoy some great food. Now, if you get there on a weekend, there's a good chance over the summer that you will actually catch a live band because they have a lot of live concerts there, and that's one of the biggest draws to Breck Brewery. It is a great place and a great first option for you for lunch. Now, if you are somebody that's not a huge beer fan, but you really like wine, right next door to Breck Brewery is Angelo's Tavern. Now, this is my wife's go-to spot. She loves it for the pizza, wood-fire pizza. She loves it for the wine because the Angelo's Tavern is actually attached to Carboy Winery. Now, this is a great spot for you, especially if you go during happy hour. It's one of our favorite happy hours with cheap single-serve pizzas. Also, you can get some oysters and just a lot of different options when it comes to food, and enjoy some wine out on their back patio around a fire pit on some Adirondack chairs, enjoying the beautiful view of the Rocky Mountains that also Breck Brewery gets to see. So don't think that because Breck Brewery is super popular and busy that Angelo's Tavern won't be busy. They're both going to be busy. They're both really popular spots out here in Colorado. So make sure you give yourself some time to make sure you get over there and grab a spot and enjoy some lunch. After we've had lunch, we're going to head over to Waterton Canyon. Waterton Canyon is one of my favorite spots to take the kids and to the family because it's not too hard of a hike and you can actually take a stroller with you. It's a 6-mile gravel path that goes all the way through Waterton Canyon and alongside the Platte River. If you are big into fishing, this is a great time to throw in a rod and see if you can catch any fish. And also just enjoy the outdoors and what Colorado has to offer. Now, if you're just getting used to the altitude and you're just visiting, this is a great hike for you because it's not too many uphills and it's not strenuous at all. So this is a great afternoon activity after lunch to do with the family. You can do the whole 6 miles and whole 6 miles back, or you can just do a little bit and just go for a mile and just enjoy your surroundings, find an area to sit, enjoy the river, see if you can see any wildlife, and really just enjoy everything Colorado has to offer. Now, after Waterton Canyon, you're probably thinking it's time for dinner, but before we go to dinner, we're gonna actually catch the greatest sunset you'll find in Littleton over at Jackass Hill. No, I did not just curse at you. That is actually what it's called. It's called Jackass Hill. Legend has it is a man bought the land and raised a bunch of mules to then sell to the U.S. Army during World War I. But unfortunately for him, the war ended and he didn't have a chance to actually sell off those mules. So the mule were just left and abandoned on the hill, hence the name Jackass Hill. Now, Jackass Hill is a great place for you to get a family photo, to really enjoy the sunset and view of the Rockies. It is probably the best spot in Littleton to get the sunset. So after our hike, we're going to relax with the view of the sunset over at Jackass Hill, and then we're going to make our way over to Littleton, downtown Littleton, for some dinner. Now we're going to end our day at the heart of Littleton, which is their downtown. This is a great area for charm, for dining, for checking out different stores. For dinner, I would suggest going to the Melting Pot for a unique experience with fondue, something fun for the kids, or you can go check out the View House, which has a great view and has a lot of options for when it comes with food. Now, after you've had dinner, I would suggest walking down Main Street and popping into different shops and checking out what kind of arts and crafts and toys and clothes options that they have for you for when it comes to shopping. And then last, I would end the day and end our Littleton experience with Inside Scoop Creamery for some ice cream. This is a great place to eat and enjoy and relax and just really wrap up the day of all these activities that Littleton has to offer. Okay, that's it. That's a full day of Littleton, Colorado, maybe even 2 days. There's a lot to jam packed there in 24 hours, but this gives you a really good understanding of what Littleton has to offer and if Littleton is right for you before you move. Now, if there's things on this list that don't quite interest you, don't worry. There's a lot of other things to do in and outside of Littleton. So if you want those options and you want to help navigating that, please feel free to reach out. Also, if you're here for an extended period of time, I really suggest making your way to the mountains. That's why a lot of people move to Colorado, because of the mountain towns, the skiing, and also the trails. So make sure you go out and check the mountains while you're here. Now, if you are considering moving here, please feel free to reach out at any point. I am here to help you with your transition and your move and opening you up to a community and resources when you move out here to Colorado. My information is below. Feel free to set up a one-on-one meeting with me as we navigate your next stages in your move. Now, and as always, if you like this video, please make sure you like and subscribe so you can stay up to date with all my videos about moving to Colorado.